Alright guys, we are back, and there have been a couple of changes along the way. We went to camp and spoke to Withers. We have respect to everyone except myself. So I'm just going to go over this real quick, what everybody is looking at and what their stats are now that everything's been more or less fixed. I'm a level 3 Tempest Domain Cleric. These are the spells I chose. I like Spiritual Weapon and Aid. Aid is really good, gets extra health for everybody. It's going to scale very well. In the late game, it's going to be like 30 extra health or something. Use the abilities. I've got the Wrath of the Storm, Lightning and Thunder reactions, and I have Destructive Wrath to deal maximum damage. I've got all of these on Ask because, I don't know, I guess I need them to be. I don't trust the game to make those decisions for me. Yeah, that is what I've got. Also equipped, I've got the Everburning Blade, got a light crossbow, got scale mail. Not much else to say.
No time to dally.
Shadowheart has been completely overhauled to a sorcerer. The reason I'm doing this is because I'm going to try to do a water bottle team. Basically, if the enemy's wet, lightning and cold both do double damage. So I didn't have an urge to keep her as her crappy subclass of cleric, and I'm already a cleric. I don't think that we need two, so this is what I did. She's got a 16 on charisma, 16 con, 14 dex, 10 on both those intelligence and wisdom stats. She is proficient in Arcana, Religion, Insight, and Deception. Didn't have really good options to pick from for her from Sorcerer. She is only proficient in a couple of things, but she's got an 8 strength, so I wanted to use some kind of dex weapon if it came to that. So daggers is the only thing that she's proficient in she can use, but she does have proficiency in light armor and shields. So that's good. She's the Storm Sorcerer, which is going to give her the ability to fly after casting a spell. I don't think that's listed anywhere here, but she can do that. So if she casts a first level spell, she's going to be able to fly. She has Quickened Spell, Extended Spell, and Twinned Spell as her metamagic options. The spells we've got for her is Chromatic Orb, Thunder Wave, and Shield. She can twin cast Chromatic Orb, and it can do 3 to 24 thunder damage, and if she changes it to lightning, it can do double damage or cold. It also leaves a small circle on the ground of whatever element you hit with other than thunder. So, for instance, if it's fire, it's burning. If it's ice, it's going to be slick. And we can use that to get melted eventually, I think a turn or two later, and it becomes water. Anybody standing in it is wet. So she can help make things wet by using cold. And then her level 2 spell is Shatter to do some thunder damage. To be on point, the cantrips she's got, she has Firebolt, so she can still blow up barrels. That's her half-elf cantrip that she's got. She's got Ray of Frost, I think is going to be the most damaging of the things because double damage to things that are wet. Shocking Grasp for melee to do double damage to things that are wet, and then Minor Illusion and Mage Hand. Shield the spell, yeah, that's about it. She doesn't have too much interesting going on just yet. But the fact that she's got sorcery points and can twin cast, quick cast, is going to put her on a very high damage trajectory. Twin casting 24 damage capability thunder attacks is kind of insane. Gale has been respeced. He started off as a sorcerer in order to get proficiency in the Constitution saving throws and also Charisma. I don't really care about that one, but having proficiency in Constitution saving throws is very integral to the game plan we've got here for him. He has taken the Draconic Sorcerer and gone with the Ice Path in order to get the spell Armor of Agathyst by default for being a sorcerer. Since stats we've decided are going to be, he's going to be primarily a wizard, as he normally is, but we wanted to start off with that sorcerer in order to get Armor of Agathyst at level 1. There's a big game plan here. He's going to be very defensive. He's Abjuration Wizard. He's going to have a ward, and his game plan is actually to have enemies attack him with melee. Armor of Agathyst is going to help hit them for lots of damage. And then because we have a low Charisma score, I went ahead and decided we're going to do Magic Missile and Shield in order to offset that low Charisma at the beginning. These aren't going to scale with Intelligence at all. This can't miss and automatically does its damage, and then Shield is just generically good. The cantrips also have no combat prowess and don't have any issues scaling with Charisma. Let's see here. We've got Blade Ward taking half damage, which is going to be key to some of his strategy later. Light Cantrip, Act 2 needs it. Mage Hand and Minor Illusion are both good. And don't have any combat. With the levels of Wizard that we took, we got 2 levels to get to the Abjuration Wizard. He's got an Arcane Ward, which you can see here. Basically, it's going to scale. He can have a maximum stack equal to double his level. So he's got 2 levels of Wizard, giving him capability of 4 stacks. He starts with half of them by default. When he takes damage, first thing that's going to happen is it reduces the damage by how many stacks you have, and then it removes 1 stack. So if he gets hit now, it's going to be 2 less damage, and then he'll only have 1 stack left. He can recharge these stacks if he casts any Abjuration spell, such as that or that. And he's going to be doing this every day. Now, I think 1 cast is 1 thing? No, spell level. Okay. So whatever spell level of the Abjuration he casts, that's how many wards stacks he's going to get. This is probably going to be a once every now and then. That's going to be more frequent, but is also dependent on an enemy attacking us and us not wanting to get hit. Now, the Arcane Ward Armor of Agathyst combo wombo, the thing is, this Armor of Agathyst only happens when someone hits you with a melee attack. So if someone shoots us, we do want to cast Shield. But we're not going to be doing Shield all the time. We want to get hit. So to offset that, I've got this other Abjuration spell that we can cast over and over, lasts until a long rest, and is Concentration, which is also key to this strategy. We want to be concentrating because the AI of this game prioritizes people concentrating on spells. So, if we are concentrating, they're more likely to attack us, and we want them to attack us so that Armor of Agathyst can hit them for 10 cold damage. Armor of Agathyst only lasts as long as the temp HP is there, so the Arcane Ward prevents us from taking damage, which means Armor of Agathyst is going to get a lot more mileage out because of the wards we have. So, all in all, this is going to be 10 damage every time someone hits us, and we're going to take 4, 3, 2, 1 less damage as they hit us. So, overall, it's going to be fantastic. It'll hit them for 10 every time because we're going to cast it at our highest level spell slot right now. And what's also really nice is it does cold damage. And because it does cold damage, it'll do double damage to anyone that's wet. So a likely scenario coming up is someone is wet, they run up and melee attack us, we take no damage or 1 damage, and they take 20 cold damage for attacking us. That's fun. That's strong. That's really good. That's what Gale's going to do. But just because of that doesn't mean we can't also have some fun as well. He's also going to be a wizard going around zapping people. He's got the chromatic orb, which, again, with Shadowheart, we've said good spell. Thunder Wave is really good as well. It's going to be able to knock people back in case we don't want them to hit us. If the ward's gone or if Armor of Agathis is gone, we can knock them back. Protection from evil and good, again, is the Abjuration spell, concentration. It is going to be interesting because we don't really want things to miss us. So when we get to fighting a bunch of these types of enemies, we actually don't want to cast this spell. But it is good when we're fighting, I don't know, goblins, bandits, etc. Counterintuitive. Really weird. But we also have Long Strider. Long Strider is one of the best spells in the game for sure. It doesn't cost a spell slot if you cast it outside of combat, and I'll show that in a little bit. And then also something else that's also a ritual is the Find Familiar. It's just really good to have an extra, thing flying around doing stuff. You can give it Long Strider, and it can also benefit from aid. There's that, and have a bunch of extra hit points. It's very solid. We're probably going to do the Raven and attempt to go around blinding people. It's not dependent that we blind people, but it is a good thing to have every now and then. It's also very fast moving. It can scout things out for us, and it also can tank a little bit. Every bit of damage going to it is damage is not going to us, and it is a free cast once per short rest. So overall, it's actually phenomenal, fantastic. He's got the Arcane Recovery. He's got a bunch of other spells as well. We're also learning things from spell scrolls. He's going to be a giant money sink, which is why we're going to be doing some shenanigans later to fund his war effort. He is proficient in shields, so we're going to go ahead and do that. I don't think that the two-handed quarterstaff is going to do much with an 8 strength. I don't see us ever using the quarterstaff to attack instead of Shocking Grasp, unless there's some weird situation where we cannot cast spells. And then we have Lae'zel over here, who started off a level of Rogue, went 1 level of Monk in order to get this Fury of Blows. She's got a 17 strength, which is an odd number, which usually is not a good thing. What's going to happen is we're going to get Tavern Brawler, round that up to 18, and when that happens, she's going to be a force to be reckoned with. We're going to take the Thief Rogue subclass. She's going to have 2 bonus actions, which means she'll get to do Fury of Blows twice every round. And then we're going to pump everything else into Monk. And I think we're going to go Way of the 4 Elements and give her access to the Frost and Lightning spells prioritized, so she can participate in double damage against enemies that are wet. She also has an additional role here, and the reason we're going Tavern Brawler is so that she can throw water bottles and deal twice her strength when she throws it. So it's right if she got Tavern Brawler right now, it would go to 18. This would be a +4 strength bonus. She would do 8 damage for throwing a water bottle at someone, and then give them vulnerability to frost and lightning. So it's going to be major. It's going to be huge. Her main thing that she's going to be ending up doing is throwing attacks. Monk isn't necessarily required. I was kind of torn about this, whether we would go Monk or if we would go Barbarian. There is something to be said about having 2 bonus actions and going Berserker Barbarian and being able to throw things as a bonus action. It also means we can Rage as a bonus action and still use a bonus action to do things. So that might be something we do instead, but I did want to see what it looks like with the Monk trying to get that frost ability in. That was the kind of difference maker. There's some utility spells and some damaging spells she can do. I think she can create water eventually as a monk ability, but I'll have to double check on that. So that's kind of where we're at here. She's got her roguelike abilities, which kind of these three completely offset the monk capabilities, and they're going to cost key points that she doesn't have a ton of. She only has 2 right now. Fury of Blows is going to cost 1 of those. But what she does get is if she makes a regular attack with any weapons that she's proficient in, which, by the way, since she went into monk, already knowing, because of her Githyanki background, great swords, long swords, rapiers, and short swords, and hand crossbows, those all technically count as monk weapons for her. Unfortunately, the unarmed attack bonus action that you get when you make an attack with a monk weapon, there is a stipulation it can't be a heavy weapon, so great swords is kind of off limits to her if she wants to use a bunch of the monk stuff with her attack. But if we find a good rapier, or long sword, or short sword, she can use that or dual wield them. She can dual wield hand crossbows, which is very powerful as well, especially as a thief rogue with 2 bonus actions every round, which we will get next level up. She's got the sneak attack, which is only an extra d6 right now. Next level it's going to be 2d6. I think it also goes with her Fury of Blows, so we'll see, but that's kind of it with her. There's not any spells that she's got. She's just kind of got weapon proficiencies, armor proficiencies from her race, and can do sneak attack stuff. She's also going to be our locksmith. I think I should probably go over skills here. She's double proficient in sleight of hand, despite having a 14 dex instead of a 16. I don't think that's going to be a huge deal that it's a +6 instead of a +7. A +6 is kind of insane, and she is double proficient in athletics. Fun thing about strength-based rogues, if you are double proficient in athletics, you can shove people pretty absurdly often, because it is a strength check on your end versus their either athletics check or acrobatics check. And being double proficient, you're more likely to win those contests and be able to push people. As a thief rogue, you're able to have 2 bonus actions, and shoving's a bonus action, so you'll be able to shove 2 people off cliffs, or shove someone, fail, and go back and try to shove them again and succeed. So that's kind of the game plan with her. She's mainly here to throw water bottles and make people vulnerable to lightning and frost. And might go barbarian rather than monk, but we'll see. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. For now, monk is perfectly fine with Fury and Blows and all that. We'll get to it when we get to it. That's kind of it. That's what we're looking at with this crew.
Still breathing, despite everything.
And with that little recap, which I'm sure has taken much longer than I anticipated, I think we're going to go ahead and get this whole thing started.
Best be on my way.
Open the bloody gate! Nobody gets in! Zevlor's orders! That pack of goblins will be on us any second!
What's going on?
Goblins are on our tail! Open the gate, Zevlor, now!
You let goblins here? Where is the druid?
Please! There's no time!
By the 9 hells! Open the gate! damnable roach. Provoke the blade and suffer its sting.
Nerd. He's gonna be joining us though. Okay. Well, I was gonna try to shove you off with disadvantage from equipment. Oh no, have I made a grave miscalculation? Not proficient in shields. Okay, well, I thought Githyanki had shields as well. I was wrong. Whoops.
Got to keep fighting.
Okay.
Right, better get to
We'll
it.
try it. I didn't think so. Wow. It's a bad opening. Oh, wow. Oh man, and I didn't prep at all either. Oh man. I knew there was some stuff going wrong.
Scouts! Get to the high ground! Raiders! Charge the bastards! For the absolute!
Dang. Okay. I'm missing spell slots? Doesn't seem right.
Torment! My sickle and sword, strike them down!
Ooh. It's the best I've ever seen that thing do. Zone. Okay. I don't know if that's going to hit either one of the humans, but let's see. Yeah. Oh, I didn't get him. Okay. Okay. Oh, and it's too cool.
Still on my feet.
Guess I'm just gonna end it there. It's kind of crazy. Okay. Behold the power of twin cast. Oh. That was 36 damage in one attack. I still have a bonus action. I mean, it's just... Sorcerers are very strong. I think the most strong. Oh, and I could have flown. Okay. Oh, she's prone. Oh, man.
Every last one of you!
Melee cells would be a dual short sword person who can sneak attack all her melee attacks.
It shall be done.
Let's try to think this all through now. 8. Let's get closer in on that fight. Definitely getting a long rest after this. So that seems kind of crazy. I forgot all the stuff. I forgot all of the prep. Don't be prone. Does not compute. It's a poor showing right now.
Have to keep going.
Yeah, just FYI, you see there's frost on the ground now. That doesn't mean too much right now, but if the water was wet, it would have frozen over and become ice and would have been pretty gnarly. So it's a good cantrip. I know it doesn't do as much as Firebolt, but it's got different utility than Firebolt. I wouldn't say more, but it definitely has different utility. Firebolt can blow up barrels. Not to be underestimated.
That was the last of them. Inside! All of you! More may follow! Open the gate! Damn.
They were tenacious. I wonder what they wanted here, other than bloodshed. A horde must have settled nearby. More will come, and more after that.
On my way.
My eyes grow heavy. Best to make camp.
Lae'zel's requesting to go to camp? That's crazy.
Open up.
Okay. Yeah, it's time for a long rest. Okay, people want to talk.
Something's on my mind.
Alright, Gale. Do I spy a glitch?
Be with you in a moment.
No scales.
Indulging in a spot of vanity. Handsome devil, aren't I? Be that as it may. Ceramorphosis. What does it make you think of? Spot on. Day 1, fever and memory loss. Day 2, hallucinations and graying skin. Day 3, hair loss and blood leaking from all orifices. Need to go on?
No.
My point is this. Our orifices remain blissfully unblooded, our heads remain clear, and our blood temperature normal. Any expert will agree this is abnormal.
Yeah.
I'll toast to that. The pragmatic in me, however, sees only the silence before the storm. Something to sleep on. We should get some rest.
Yeah. Ah, bitch McGee is an insane.
I'll give it a
What are you
shot.
talking about? How convenient of her to. Alright, we've had a good long rest. Alright, everybody's here.
You have my
Let's start
attention.
with you, Gale. What should have happened was rape. And then long striker. Strider. Notice spell slots did not go away because that is a ritual and that is a ritual. I can't do that again until a short rest. Okay. Concentration? No. It's just a light. Okay.
Let's get on with it.
Let's see. Will the shadow hurt?
Maggots will be done.
Definitely don't have anything. I do have aid. Let's just give everybody some extra hit points. There's a big chunk of hit points now.
I applaud your taste.
And then Agathis. Arcane Ward of 4 now. But I am not concentrating on these spells.
Let's move.
Which is okay for now. Alright.
Slow down.
Okay. Into the grove we go. Could be fair to say I've never taken a long rest. Okay. I thought they were gone for a second, and I was like, dang. Long rest is real.
Children here, you fool!
We was running for our lives.
You led them straight to us, and you let them take the druid too? Unbelievable! Tell that to the dead at the gate.
Shut it, Horns! I'd be lying dead next to the goblins if you'd stalled any longer.
My duty is to this camp.
Oh, God forbid you risk your precious tail. But I shouldn't be surprised. Foulbloods ain't known for courage.
You see the tiefling's jaw clench. He's about to erupt.
Oh boy. Really? I got a +5 melee attack? Oh. Alright. Oh my goodness. What is this? It's just not meant to be. I'll try one more time. Oh my goodness. I roll a 2, a 2, and a 3. Okay.
You're right. There's too much at stake.
Worried about your precious hides? The both of you.
Enough! Squabbling is pointless. The goblins have found us.
At least we agree on that.
More goblins could be on their way.
I'm more worried about this parasite than a few goblins.
Time to
We
pack.
need a
We need
healer.
to leave. Forgive that display. Aradin's a blowhard, but that's no cause for me to join him. Thank you for your help out there. I'm Zevlor. Well met. I should warn you, visitors are no longer welcome in this grove. Whatever your business, I'd see to it quickly. The druids are forcing everyone out. This attack will only strengthen their resolve. There have been several attacks by different monsters. The druids blame us outsiders for drawing them here. Nobody's welcome anymore. They've started a ritual to cut the grove off from the world outside. We can't stay, but we'll be slaughtered if we leave. We're no fighters. I've tried. Korga, their new first druid, won't even see me. You, though? I know it's not your business, but she owes you for saving this place. Perhaps you could persuade her. For more time to prepare, if nothing else.
I think you should. Yes. No harm in trying the diplomatic route.
We'd owe you a great debt. If we're forced to leave now, we won't make it to the city. You'll find the druids at the heart of the grove. Please, make them see sense before more lives are lost.
He never let it show. He was homesick too. He didn't deserve this.
Ah, excellent choice.
Well, Mr. Gale.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Cannon. Couldn't take much in bedroll.
Of course.
Tailor before God volunteered, killed, arrow, can't breathe. Guarding gate. Have to open.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
By your side. He
I've got a long road ahead.
Poor guy.
One day I'll catch a break.
But hey, at least he told us where all of his stuff is. Thank you, Cannon. It's most generous of you. Okay. So 10 feet extra movement speed is crazy good.
Fancy their chances.
Get him next time.
Rook to queen 6.
Okay. Frost.
I am fury. I am death. No time to waste.
Yes, surprise. So maybe this will be sneak attack. Or miss. Whatever.
Breathe deep and move.
That's a damn shame. Really? Good luck. I don't want to channel divinity to do max damage. Ugh. But maybe I freaking should have. It's kind of sad. Let's try to blind him. He is blinded.
Destroyer.
Victory awaits.
Martial arts attack. Oh. I had to move an inch up. Okay, that's... Man, I can't do anything.
May the dice roll in my favor.
Swift and lethal.
If not over, then through.
You have good timing. Never been much of a fighter, so wrestling a bugbear would have gone poorly. But you're not here for heroics, are you? Avernus's stench is all over your skin. Let me guess. Your devil mistress sent you to get her soul coin back. Too bad. I earned it, fair and square.
Yeah, you got me. Guess you'll just have to give that coin to me.
That bloody Irenes! Devils just can't stand to lose. Here. Now go back to the pit that made you.
Of course.
Objective noted.
These things have stayed interesting. At the ready. That's curious. Seems like a good moment to talk.
Get out!
The squirrel lunges at your foot and bites it.
You're trespassing.
This is my territory. How about this? You can stay if you keep those ugly feet on the ground. I'll even sweeten the pot. Found some weird smelling stuff on the ground. You can keep it, but these trees are mine. Follow the rules and I won't have to intervene. Got it?
Yeah. That's nice. Potions of speed are very, very good. If anyone has seen any of my previous playthroughs, I had potions of speed, I was abusing them. I have 4. Don't know that the urge is quite there yet, but it could be. Just have to see.
I care about our lives, our futures.
Refugees, adventurers, no one in years, and suddenly we're overwhelmed. Well met. And thank you for beating back those goblins. Most brave of you. Is there anything you need? Act fast if you do. The ritual will be complete before too long. I know it's drastic, but more monsters seem to terrorize this region every day. We druids will be safe. As for those that took refuge here, well, may Sylvanas guard them as they continue their travels.
Yeah.
As I said, it's a drastic measure, but the survival of the Grove is paramount. There just aren't enough supplies to support everyone. I pray no goblin arrow has grazed you. Nettie could put you to rights. She should be with the others in the inner chambers, but I doubt she'll be taking on new patients. The Grove will be locked down soon. Just some bits and bobs I no longer need.
Right. Well, this is interesting. That gets his attitude up. Increases our discount. Still don't have a lot of money though. So.
Sylvanas, guide your path.
Okay. I've got those. Plus one of sleight of hand goes to lays up. Let's go Gale. This goes. Goes in there. Goes to camp. And then it also goes in there. By weight. Alright. So I have stashed a ton of stuff
What's in here?
in my chest. Now it's time to collect. Alright, Mr. Arn.
Need anything else? Of course. But please, remember, you're not the only one in need.
Of course. Let's do barter. This could all be for Lazel. Getting closer to a better discount. Well, I'm already at a better discount, but you know what I'm saying. At 100%, that is. Okay. Then we go to barter, and already seeing the discounts. Okay. So, funny thing this.
Sylvanus
I
be
will
with
be
you.
back, sir. I will be back.
Hells! We can't just leave. They're kin!
I'll not gamble our lives, our futures, on people who are as good as dead. We must leave for Baldur's Gate at once.
Can we all just take a moment, please?
What's the point in blades and spells if we don't bloody use them? We should stay! These people aren't fighters. We can help!
Or yell louder. That's fine too.
Dang.
Thank you. It's the right thing to do, and you know it.
She's right, Roland. We're better than this.
Zergan. Fine, I'll stay too. Lest you both end up with your throats slit by goblin blade.
Thank you, Roland.
Alright.
Don't be grumpy, Roland. We'll get to the city soon.
Be gone. I am hungry.
Interesting.
Another one. What are you under there then? Ant? Aurochs? The keepers of this place. They change their form to fit their need. They become birds to hunt on the wing, bears to tear flesh with teeth. But for me, only oxen, only same old hay. And I cannot even eat it, because the horned ones hide their shiny bits inside. Hiding things. Thinking they're clever. Not clever. Sometimes I eat the shiny bits, and they have to go looking for them on the other end.
Ha. Ha. In your face.
You're addressing me, a humble ox. How quaint.
Something's off. This creature isn't what it appears to be.
No. You are incapable.
Alright.
I'll tell you this much. I'm going to Baldur's Gate, with or without the rest of these poor sods. Now, that's all I have to say besides, and I really mean this, moo.
Why, thank you.
Funny.
He stares right past you, as if you're invisible. Or boring. You see nothing out of the ordinary. As you turn back, the child slips between the rocks. You find the edges of a concealed entrance.
More stuff to loot. I can always get behind that.
Oh, enough waiting. I crave blood. It will happen.
Oh. No inspiration for that. Almost succeeded.
No one's stopped me yet. Should mind my step.
Take your time. The waiting's getting Get a feel for it. If we left, we could at least make a run for it.
Go on. Give me a best shot. Not bad. Again.
I can't do it. I'm not like you.
Umi, I don't need you to be like me. You just have to buy enough time to run. Come on. I believe in you. You can do this. You're on the right path, Umi. Go on now. Practice what you've learned. Well met. The blade of frontiers at your...
The man's smile bends downward, and his thoughts become yours. You are the blade of frontiers racing through the wastes of Avernus. Just ahead, a diabolical figure, red skin, single curled horn, blazes with flame, bloodied great axe held high.
Hell's great fires. You were on the ship.
Of course.
You see the fiend again and ignite with Will's rancor. She is an infernal war devil, a threat to the living. Evil incarnate.
Shit! You saw her. Advocatus Diaboli. Her name is Karlach, an archdevil soldier I swore on my good eye to kill.
I tracked her through the hells to the Mind Flayer ship, but the damned Illithids infected me before I could end her.
She's out there now, preying on the innocent. I don't kill her, she'll leave behind nothing but a trail of corpses.
I'd love to join, but I don't think there's enough space for me to squeeze in. A splendid plan. We'll talk more there.
I saw you at the gates. You fight well. A few words for the kids? Spare a story or two. Thanks. I prefer when they smile.
Step, parry, strike, damn it! It's just not landing. Nothing but. Goblins in the wild, out for blood, and the druids in here looking to kick us out. Or worse. We need to be ready for a fight, but I'm useless with a sword.
That's what insight. Cool.
I'll try and brace them better. Like so. Step, brace, parry, swing. Yes! You really know what you're doing. Found this by the road. Bet you'll put it to good use. Oh, yes. I'll bite my tongue when the time comes. Hopefully, it's just the goblins we have to worry about. The druids are treating us like vermin. But I'll keep at it. Thank you.
Yeah.
By Mordai's eyes. Another one. My friend's blood not enough. Come to rip me open too.
In Kresh Kalir, a formal greeting begins with a bow.
Is this monster with you?
Ha.
Lower.
Wah wah.
You saw another gith. Where?
On the road to Baldur's Gate, near the mountain pass. Saw us before we saw it. Jammed its blade through Yul's belly. Straight to the other side.
No twisting. Kin must have been in a hurry. The map. Show me. Up. You can keep your innards.
Me.
The locals prove compliant. A useful trait.
I warned you, didn't I? You ought to reconsider keeping her around before she causes real trouble.
Tch. A shell
Womp
so
womp.
thin requires little to crack it. The tiefling was clear. If there are Githyanki west of here, that must be our objective. Purification cannot wait. I am unfamiliar with the... well, I shall not say culture. Custom, perhaps. You will educate me on matters of this... Fey run. The Kresh holds the Zaithisk. It will cleanse us of the parasite. By covenant, I can say no more.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Shadowheart continues to be not a team player. That's fine. There's someone that knows something about where we might be able to find a cure to what's going on. and Shadowheart's complaining that we got answers from him.
You ain't gonna shoot me. Your hands are shaking.
Put it down. She can't fight back.
That's the point. Get out of the way!
She didn't kill your brother, Arca. You're better than this.
Shoot before you lose your nerve, Tiefling. If you ever had it to begin with. Looks like the Absolute sent me a protector. You're gonna kill him too?
You! Move! You're right. I wish you weren't. I really do. Damn you. Damn it! Why do you care if a goblin lives or dies?
Your soft heart will be the death of us. You'd better be right.
It's all right, Arca. Let's go.
Oh, you thieves are all boring. Even your cages are boring.
Tiring
Okay.
business, isn't it? All this traveling and adventuring. Why don't we take a little break? Allow ourselves a few moments of rest? Gives me a chance to talk to you about something, well, rather important. We've been on the road together for a while now, haven't we? Survived some perils, overcame some obstacles. Ever since you were kind enough to free me from that stone, I've seen you demonstrate remarkable guile and courage. The way you diffused the tension between Zevlor and Aradin. The way you stood in front of a crossbow to prevent a murder. In short, I've grown to trust you. The reason I make a point of saying this is that I've grown confident enough to tell you something I've yet to tell another living soul, except for my cat. You see, I have this condition. Very different from the parasite we share, but just as deadly.
You're a werewolf.
Thank you for the offer, but the treatment for my condition is very specific. What it comes down to is this. Every so often, I need to get my hands on a powerful magical item and absorb the weave inside. I can say no more on the matter. Not now, anyway. Just trust me when I say it's all of vital importance. It's been days since I last consumed an artifact, since before we were abducted. It's only a matter of time before my craving returns. That is why I turn to you. I need you to help me find magic items to consume. It is vital. Dare I say it? Critical. We've already done the finding. In fact, you have one in your possession. You know for yourself how hard won such an item was, and it will be no easier when even more are required to assuage my hunger. There'll be danger involved, or great cost. Splendid. Bit of boldness will serve us well. I'm sure we won't have to look very far to find what I need. Faerun overflows with magic-infused treasure. As do our packs, as a matter of fact. We've such an item already in our possession. Primed for the moment the need arises. I hope I can count on you.
Ain't sure why you're protecting me. Don't care, neither. It's too late to make friends, warg meat. My tribe's coming. They're gonna burn this pretty place for the glory of the Absolute and hang you by your guts. goddess. We're burning her name across the face of the world, we are. The absolute is gold from the sky, she is. The blessing in the storm and the storm itself. My tribe can tell you everything there is to know. Absolute blessed one of our own. Priestess Gut. Got a whole lab set up. Cooks up potions that fix our lads, no matter how much of a beating they take. Could probably stick your head back on if someone was to chop it off. Mighty booyarg.
Booyarg. The goblin word for magic. Primitive to a fault, but not entirely without merit.
It's the truth. I swear on your mother's grave. Get me out of here, and I'll tell you where to find her. Deal? Even if you did find my tribe, they'd set the wargs on you. You need me. Get me out of here, and I'll tell them what a good friend you are. Suit yourself. Looking forward to seeing what your innards look like.
Okay.
I'm gonna bite the heads off your kids, and your birdies, and your dogs.
Man. Such a nice lady. A true paragon.
This is ridiculous.
Right. I've got food, water, my dagger.
Thanks for fighting off those goblins. If you need to replace any gear, just ask. My selection's pretty slim. I had to leave most of my equipment in Elturel. Of sorts. Used to be a bread and butter tinsmith before Elturel fell into Avernus. These days my talents are more eclectic. Learned a lot in my time in the Hells. Hope to forget most of it. But between you and me, there's nothing in all the realms like the utter power of infernal machinery. Alas, my offerings are far more humble these days.
Neat. I'm sure that won't come up at all later. %7 discount, a 0 at. A lot of people like that void bulb, but I don't know. I just don't care that much about it. It's not bad. I just don't think that it's such a game changer. There is one very useful use case for it. In the Underdark, on a boat, you can knock off the entire crew with an enemy ship using it. But I don't think that that's quite enough to get me to vouch for it and want it and hold on to it and all that stuff. I just don't think it's as good as everybody makes it out to be. To 78%. Dagger, +1 spear. Safeguard. Trident. Do want that. I do want that. Oh. Okay.
Eager for battle.
Two wielding short swords. To me. I'm gonna sell that too. Yeah, okay.
No time to rest.
Looking for steel? I have, well, something close.
Well, sir. Let's see. '88 attitude. Okay.
Feels like they're all waiting to die.
Getting there. It will be 100% one day. I'm only doing this because I know long term I can come back and sell stuff to them quite frequently, and he shows up in Act 2 as well, so whatever I can do is probably going to be good.
True.
Getting those discounts will save me more.
You! Saw you fighting those slimy bastards. Fancy a bowl? Best to fill your belly now, while we still can.
Yeah.
Look, it ain't much, but it might make all the difference. The only way we'll make it to Baldur's Gate is to run, and run hard. If a gnoll catches your scent, you'll need every bit of strength. Trust me.
Yeah.
I have something
On
to
to Ethel.
Ah, if it isn't the talk of the camp. Thank goodness you came along when you... Oh! There isn't a bit of colour in those cheeks, Petal. Are you hurt? Cold? Feverish? Auntie Ethel will sort you out. I've lotions and potions galore. Aha! You take a sup of that and you'll feel right as rain, sweetie.
Of course.
Oh, 'tis just a healing potion, nothing fancy. Here. You just look like you might need a pick-me-up. I'm sorry to go on about it, but are you all right? You're looking awful peaky. Oh, I've seen it all. I once had a fella who'd been caught dabbling with a dryad. The wife was none too pleased and introduced him to a pot of boiling oil. But worry not. I fixed him up, and depending on the lighting, he looks good as new.
Dang.
My point is, whatever ails you, I promise I've seen worse.
She is not to know of our ailment. Only a Gith healer may make us pure.
What is it, Petal? What's wrong?
As you recount your adventure, Auntie Ethel nods along, her eyes wide.
You poor pet! My heart goes out to you, truly. I see no sign of a tentacle yet, but that could change in an instant. You need help. Serious help. I've ne'er a potion or lotion here that could do it, but... yes, I may have something at home.
Good.
I've collected some interesting bits and bobs over the years. You'll have to stop by my house, just at the edge of the forest. Let me mark it on your map. I'll be heading back soon, so I can meet you there. Now, do you need anything? I have a few odds and ends for sale. Hey, bother.
Okay, lady. You certainly do have some stuff, don't you? So, I think I'm just gonna have to come back to you at a later date when I have more money and more things to sell.
I'd hate if something happened to you. Take care, Peggy.
Damn goblins.
Oh, I was just gonna let it fall off, stick it in my satchel. Ain't letting anyone here near me. They all sat and watched while Zevlor near got us killed. Oh, very gracious of you. We expected a soft job. Something to test the new lad, maybe, but not a bloody goblin nest. Most would have turned tail at the sight, but not Liam, no. He charged him, the stupid bastard. Nah. He must have thought we were following. Always the optimist was Liam. Hope they cut him down quick before he saw we were gone.
Dang.
Small mercies.
Or a baker. Or a butcher. Wound looks clean.
If it ain't the fearless goblin slayer, you sure you want to be seen with me? I ain't exactly popular with this lot. Half my crew are full of holes. Now I'm gonna take the blame for leading the goblins here, and losing track of the bloody druid. They chased us, all the way from the ruins we were poking around in. Aye. His name's Halsin. And if he's still alive, he'll be cursing the day he laid eyes on me. We've got a contract to track down some relic, and he wanted in on the job. Eyes lit up when he heard about it. Didn't work out, though. Goblins got him when we were turning tail. He's either digging latrines or boiling in a cookpot by now.
Right.
Job's all yours, if you got a death wish. There's a wizard in Baldur's Gate that'll pay gobloads for a relic supposedly buried round these parts. But gold ain't any use if you're too cold to spend it. It's called the Night Song. Supposed to be hidden under the temple where the goblins jumped us. I'd give you the map and wish you a happy funeral, but my mate Brian kept hold of it like his own Todger. Goblins made sure to the fat old chunk. All I've got's the contract. It'll show you where we turn back, if you feel like dying.
Okay.
Don't thank me. I'll be well on my way to Baldur's Gate when you die.
I'll remember you said that.
You're an idiot. Give it back, kid.
I already told you I don't have it! How stupid are you?
Let's see what's going on here.
Only gonna ask you one more time, boy. Hand over my locket.
I don't have your ugly locket. I've never seen it before.
Hand it over or I'll slap the teeth out of your head. You threatening me? You don't understand. The kid stole my locket. He... Oh, the hell's with this? These little devils get away with everything because of coddling bastards like you. You'll get yours someday. I hope I get to see it.
Maybe you will, but personally, I doubt it. See you around.
Dang. Oh yeah, and I also wanted a backpack for myself. There's one. Almost forgot. Okay, so this was the Upper Druid's Grove. We still can head down there and talk to Zevlor and go through some back alleys down that way. All the Inner Sanctum. But, I'm gonna do some things to this Aron fellow that he's not gonna like. But I think I'm gonna have to do that next time. I think this video has gone on for quite some time. It might be a feature-length movie. So if anybody stuck around, I thank you, and I will catch you next time.